Hi, and welcome to this summer book haul. This will be my first book haul, so I don't know what to expect, and neither should you. Hi, and welcome. Today we're going to go through the books I've bought before summer. No strategy in buying books these days, I just buy the books that I hope will be fun to read. Let's get to it. I know this is kind of late, we're in the middle of summer here in Norway, but I think none of these books are actually summer reads, so I'll use the autumn to read them, most of them, I think. So the first book is A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. That's kind of a strange name, or I'm just pronouncing it really incorrectly. But this is a bestseller book, and I think that this will be a very interesting read. I think it's about a man trapped in a hotel room in Moscow, and he's experiencing what's happening outside from the inside. I don't know. I like the cover of the book. I think that's really nice and kind of intriguing, so I'm looking forward to reading this book. Next we have a Stephen Fry book. Mobe is my washpot. And of course I bought this book because I like Stephen Fry. I don't really know what the book is about. I think it's an autobiography. Not fancying the cover so much, but I found this in the used bookstore and I thought, yes, I should read it, even with the ugly cover. Cute animal though. Next we have Jon Fosse's The Trilogy. And this was the winner of Nordic Council Literature Prize. Yes, that's it. The reason I bought this book was because I've never read anything from Jon Fosse, which is a famous Norwegian author. And I thought this book was going to be huge. Some of the reasons of this is that they have very difficult words on the front page, even for a Norwegian. So andvake, I have no idea what that is. Also kveldsvevd, also no idea. So because of this, I thought that this book would be maybe around 5,000 pages or something. But it's a small book, and it seems to be easy read, so that's why I bought it. I like the cover, it's for its simplicity, I guess. It might be stupid to buy a book because it has won an award, but in my mind it's the factor of all those things combined that made me buy it. It's a short book, so apparently it's a quick read. We'll just see how hard the content will be to swallow. So, the next book is of course Sukibane by Douglas Stewart. And this is a book that was released last year and won the Booker Prize, it says here. So this book is about Sukibane, which I think is his name. A kid growing up in Glasgow in the 80s, and it's supposed to be really, really depressing. So I don't think I will read this summer, but I'll save it for later and we'll have a good time. Or not. I think not, but I want to read this. Next we have Nina Lykke, which is the author, and Full Spredning, which is full spread, like in disease. Like, that's not good. It's about a doctor and her drama, I guess. It says on the back that it's like a modern Jane Austen. I don't really know what to expect from this book, but it's a very popular book in Norway, and I'll give it a try. Then we have the oldest book here today. It's The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame, and this book I've heard a lot about, and probably most of you have read it at some point or seen it on TV in some form. It's a children's book, and I have been meaning to read a lot more children's books because I think they might be more fun than the books I usually read. And so I found this beautiful edition, or beautiful, I don't know. I'm not that good at looking at covers, but I think this will be a very enjoyable read. And then there's this book. It's Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. This book came up when I googled funny books you must read. So I hope this is a funny book that I will enjoy reading. And I sort of think it will be. I have a lot of friends who likes this book a lot and likes the authors. The next book on the list is this one, Benjamin Labatut, When We Cease to Understand the World. And I have no idea what this book is about, but I bought it because it seemed like a small book, and it has won it's shortlisted for the 2021 International Booker Prize. So then I could feel that I'm a part of the now, sort of. I like the cover though. I like what I like. And then we have a book I'm really looking forward to read, and that's Maja Lunde's History of Bees. And this is, of course, one of the most famous Norwegian books in the last 10 years, I think. I'm sort of guessing, but I imagine that. I think it's been translated to 31 countries or something like that. And by think, I mean that I read on the back that it's translated to 31 languages. Anyways, this book is about our environmental crisis, and it's a fiction book. I'm really looking forward to reading this. I think that will be depressing and useful. Next on the list is Isabel Allende. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name correctly, but it's The House of the Spirits in the Norwegian edition here. Found this at the used bookstore. I've been actually trying to find this book for quite some time because I've earlier read Portrait in Sepia when I visited Chile. So I visited Chile and I thought I would read a Chilean, is it called Chilean? Author. And of course Isabel Allende is maybe the most known, and this is her most known book. I thought I'd have to read this. I liked the other book from her, so I guess this will be fun. Then we have All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. And this book, I have to say, this is the kind of book I look at and I think, this will be a good book. And then we'll just see. I know that it has a fabulous Goodreads rating. And look at the cover. I just love the cover. So this also is, I guess, going to be a quite sad read. But it's a bit of a problem because sad books are often good books, because if they're really sad, you really remember them, and that's sort of a bummer. But it's also a thing I like to read, so we'll see. Sigrid Undset's Kristin Lavransdatter, and Kristin Lavransdatter, of course, is the name of the main character. Originally, this book was split into 3 parts. The wreath, I think, like the flowery round thing you can put on doors or something like that. Decorative. The other book is called The Cross, and the third book is called The Wife. So this is, of course, an epic tale set in the 14th century Norway. And this book is, it's 1300 pages, and I really don't think I'll ever read this book, or I'll be surprised if I manage to read this book at some point. But look at the beautiful cover. Hopefully I can lend it to someone that can read it, or maybe several people, because I just don't know if I could do this. But anyway, Sigrid Undset won the Nobel Prize for Literature. And it's supposed to be a very important book. looking at the political and religious undercurrents in the society of when the book was written. And the first book was published in 1920. So I bought this because it's one of the most important books written in Norwegian, and I have to read it at some point, but I don't know how many years it will take me. And to contrast this, the next book is Sally Rooney's Normal People. Of course, a very, very popular book these days. The reason I bought this book is because I heard about the TV series that was made from this book. When I think about it, I hope the TV series is about this book because similar themes, same name, but I haven't double checked. I need some of these books just to keep me going and have something light to read in the summer. So this might be one of the books I actually read this summer. Next book I know nothing about. The Idiot by Elif Batuman. A novel about finding yourself. I thought this was supposed to be a funny book. Batuman's novel is very funny, surprising. We'll just have to see. Don't know what I think about the cover. Like the color, don't like the stone, I guess. The next book on the list is... I'll try. Astragal. I think it's French. I have no idea how you pronounce that name. But the reason I bought this book is because Patti Smith loves this book, and if I'm not mistaken, it's her favorite book. And Patti Smith, the rock artist, I should say, and the icon, she has also written the intro for this book. Released in the 60s and made quite a stir. I don't know what to expect from this book. When I read about it, I thought, this book I want to read. So I'm going to read it. We have now come to the end of this book tour, this book haul. The last book on the list is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. And of course, many of you have read this book, I guess. And it's supposed to be a beautiful, beautiful book. International bestseller about love, honor. Yeah, I think this will be a heartbreaking book. I sort of have to wait some time between each time I'm reading a book that I know will break my heart. But at some point I will read it. So if you could recommend me happy books, that would be very, very appreciated. So that was that. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of my recently bought books, my book haul, my summer book haul. If you liked this book haul and enjoy my reviews, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will be making more of these reviews and book hauls in the future, I guess. And if some of you have a suggestion for which of these books I should read next, please leave a comment in the comment section. And if you have recommendations, especially for funny books or books that will bring me in a better mood, please tell me. Please. I hope you have a great summer, and I hope to see you in the next video. So, thank you for watching. Bye.